All right. What's up, guys? We're Scatterbrained. We are participating in the Stay at Home Festival, sponsored by STATTFEST, Live Mic Records, and Movers. I haven't seen this dude in like probably 3, 4, 5 weeks or so. I forgot how much time has passed.
3 weeks.
Time is like it's just a different part of reality right
I'm
now.
always seeing you in my dreams, baby.
Yeah. So like we're here and we set up things on our patio. We decided to do a pre-recorded set because we wanted to bring a more high quality experience for you guys. I'd say
Intimate,
high quality. And we're gonna play through some of our songs, and we hope you and your family and everybody you know is okay during these trying times we're in right now. So everyone stay safe out there, and we hope you enjoy.
Let's get it.
Let me just see something real quick. All right. This first song is called "Silence is Clarity." My head is a basement, a cellar of unrelenting proportions, a fortitude of silence, a space where no one can hear my screams, and I them. So be sure that you know that in time I will grow, just to learn that I don't need anyone. Lock the door, can't come in. Transgression, that's a sin. Offhand judgment, I don't need anyone. Am I going crazy? Is this madness or sanity? Well, silence is clarity. Silence insanity. Am I going crazy? Is this madness or sanity? Well, silence is clarity. Silence insanity.
I don't need anyone. I don't need anyone, but can't you hear me? I don't need anyone, but can't you hear me? I can't hear you, but can you hear me? I see your lips moving, but I cannot hear the words. Can't you hear me? Can't you hear me? Subjective expressions with erratic movements. Who needs words when you paint such an expressive picture? Unambiguous, definitive, clear as day. But apparently you, oblivious to the signs, actions speak louder than words. When? Please stop. You put yourself atop the pedestal at the expense of the abundant existences, those that choose to be within arm's reach. No remorse. Please stop. My canvas was once pure, until ill words and chaos-soaked brushstrokes eluded my soul. Please stop. Please stop.
Am I going crazy? Is this madness or sanity? Well, silence is clarity. Silence insanity. Am I going crazy? Is this madness or sanity? Well, silence is clarity. Silence insanity. Silence is clarity.
Just stay
Silence
here
is sanity.
with me.
Cool. Nice.
Woo! All right.
Shout out to all the other groups that are on this. There's so many to name, and I can't think of any right now. But
And our boy Jake Fury is there.
Jake Fury from Spill the Blood, yes.
Sure.
I know. What's we got on it? I can't think.
Samurai Pizza Cats.
Samurai Pizza Cats, yes. Awesome group. Zach Ray's, awesome
Clover's
acoustic
Curfew.
artist. Clover's Curfew, my homies in Clover's, that's right. And like 12 other more or something.
Big
That's
Happy.
insane. Big Happy, of course. Can't forget the Big Happy. And yeah. So yeah, it's a little interesting doing it like this. Our first time doing like a recorded set, pre-recorded set, I'd say. So it's
Kind of like
interesting.
the same thing as us, like doing our own little music video type of thing.
If I close my eyes and just kind of picture whatever I want, I guess it kind of helps. You know.
Sure. That's what I always do. My eyes are always closed.
Even when you drive.
Metaphorically and physically. Yes.
All right, this one's called "Welcome to the Club." I spend sleepless nights just to make things right, but I know that you're not listening, so I close my eyes and just daydream about the life we lived when we were just learning to breathe. Just breathe. Just breathe. Just breathe. But the tensions are coming now, and I can't back down, because you're pulling me away from the truth of the then and now. So wash away all the bad from yesterday. I swear sometimes I feel like taking astronautics is the best sense. I should go so I can prove to you that I can breathe in space, and maybe then you'll shed some light on me. Try to meet me face to face, so it's the way the world is changing. What are you doing for yourself? Do you stutter up for cover in a web of lies, disregarding of your health? Do you feel like you're as lost as me? Or maybe that's not what it seems. Maybe you got it all figured out. Step right up and take a bow. But we don't know, you're just fooling yourself. So walk to the club and wash away all of that from yesterday. So wash away all of that from yesterday. Guess the worst part of it all is that you'll never really know what you did. You both played a part somehow, and then you beat me to the ground with your words that left me black and blue. It seems you've lost where you've come from, and I am never done, son. I'll keep my broken hearted wishes in a box. Check the school of hard knocks till you fade into gray. Until you fade into gray. So wash away all the pain from yesterday. So with the way the world is changing, what are you doing for yourself? And the way the world is changing, what are you doing for yourself? The way I see it ain't convenient to you anymore. You point your finger at me every time in metaphors. Welcome to the club. All right. So, little snowy nights now. In this case, it's more rainy afternoon.
We didn't get much snow.
We didn't
Really
get much
sad
snow
about
this
that.
year.
Very
Yeah, my
sad.
dad just bought like a $1,200-$1,300 or so snowblower, and he was like, "Dude, I'm freaking pissed. I bought this snowblower, and I can't freaking use it." I'm like,
I'll
"Yeah,
buy
that
it from
sucks,
for
Dad.
$20.
$3. I'll buy it for $3.
Don't that goddamn loudness.
Mother
I want to do it.
That's a Mother Nature price. Okay, you want to tell them a little about this one?
Sure. This song, we just released it. This poem last month. It's called Snowy Nights Are Always Followed by the Brightest Days. I wrote it in a really rough time for myself. It was written after my mother's passing, and I was doing a lot of driving at night in the snow and just trying to find my happy space. And that's when I came up with this. And it's pretty fitting. A lot of my poetry goes from silent spaces, getting lost in your thoughts. So during the quarantine, I'm sure a lot of people are just recluse within their own mind. So I hope you can relate. Snowy nights are always followed by the brightest days. It's never wrong to feel happy, sitting in a quiet room, looking out the window at that fresh layer of snow. Why do I feel so guilty? Wasting away in my dark cellar, my dark space of eternally racing thoughts, where no light can reach. What's the weather like? What's the weather like? I see the snow. It is right there in front of me. I see it. The glisten, the reflection. I have my window, curtains drawn, open in front of me. And yet, I'm still in my corner. Darkness encompasses me. In the darkness, it's when you can truly see the stars. From that darkness, the light is most brilliant. From the light, you always lose sight. Fade to into black.
So don't let go. Don't let go. Don't let go.
The darkness of the catacombs is nothing. Nothing compared to the darkness that encompasses my heart, my soul. That once radiant light, so ambient, brought forth the empowerment of my peers, now stifled, swallowed, absorbed by the darkness, now a black hole, where the source of my light was once shed. But how could this be? Through trials and stipulations, the humans I surrounded myself with, wrung out for every last drop for the benefit of others, now seclusion is the only option, to save those same sponges from the travesty of the relentless absorption, that is, the darkness that encompasses my heart, the catacombs to my soul. What's the weather like? Snowy nights are always followed by the brightest days.
So don't let go. Don't let go. Don't let go. Don't let go. Cool.
I was actually almost about to break out in a jam right there when you started picking up,
Yeah.
but then
We could do that in the future.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. All right. So we got two more. Then we're gonna hand this over to the next artist. We're gonna play Devil's Advocate for you right now. This song we were supposed to release at the end of March, but then we decided not to release anything until this whole pandemic is over. We want to just let everybody concentrate on whatever they got to do in their lives, and maybe in the future, if this thing is still going past a few months, which it kind of might, we might actually release something, to kind of lift people's spirits, Maybe not this song, I don't know, because like mood-wise, it's just kind of but we'll see. We'll figure it out.
I think this song definitely deserves to have its platform be released. I would like to think that we're going to have this released sometime in April.
Yeah.
I would also like us to, we have a couple things on the horizon. Please, by all means, go check out our stuff. We're all over the interwebs.
All over.
On the Spotify's, the Amazon Music,
the Amazonians,
iTunes, Apple Music.
The Amazonians captured our music.
Bandcamps. Wherever you want, whatever you're using, please check us out. Would you like that?
What's that?
List of the bands?
Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, so shout out to Zach Ray who started off the whole thing. Leah Raquel, Clover's Curfew, Gnarly Karma, then it's us, and then after us, tune in for Scare 20. Then you got Dino Skate Park, Off Guard, Spill the Blood, Jules Walcott, P-Funk North, Kenny Troon, Nick Diamond, The Big Happy, Makeshift, and Samurai Pizza Cats. Those are all on this whole stream, so guys, don't go anywhere.
I'm sure it's listed somewhere, so we just did you the service of repeating what you can read.
And reminding you. Just give me a sec here. It's good that we have the timer on there. You see in the front of the camera?
Alright, I'm done.
I'm gonna move you to Spain. You're gonna be a flamenco dance.
I'm down.
Is it flamenco? Flamingo. No, flamenco. Flamenco. I mean, I could put you in a pink shirt. You could be a flamingo.
I'm gonna be an old man. I'm gonna grow my mustache out. I'm gonna be sitting on my patio.
With a Gandalf pipe.
Tell you about the time.
Let me tell you about the time I went to Spain, man. All right. So this one's the Devil's Advocate. Rather sexual song. I know you guys have been getting pretty horny in quarantine, so
there's gonna be an influx of kids in 9 months.
There's gonna be so many pregnancies.
Another form. The COVID boomers.
The COVID boomers. Holy shit.
Baby boomers are dying out.
All right, here we go. On that note. When I think about your loving, you know I'm not the only one that feels the way you make me feel. Oh, the way my head stands up on my arm, you have a way with words and your charm. Oh, but does he know I don't care if he ever catches us? He doesn't make it so screw like I do. And the way it back arches when I'm on top of you. Oh, you know they are so bad when it feels so good. And I do things that he wish he could do to you. Ooh. I'll be hanging out, just doing my thing, picking up my phone every time you try to ring. I'm like, hey, what's up, hello? You still don't even know. You tell me to come over and I keep it on the low. I'm telling you, this girl is the one. Ooh, the one that go and break your heart, and then some. That's why I'll never get close. I'll never get too close. Yeah, he doesn't make it so screw like I do. And the way it back arches when I'm on top of you. Oh, girl, you know that you're so bad when it feels so good. And I do things that he wish he could do to you. I think that you should stop playing games with people's hearts, but I know better. I am the devil's advocate, so baby you should listen. I think that you should stop playing games with people's hearts, but I know better. I am the devil's advocate, so baby you should listen. Oh, baby you should listen. So forget about Alright guys, so once again, we've been Scatterbrained. We're going to leave you off with this last song called Do Better. We released this one on the first day of this new decade, the first day of this new year, the first day of all this crisis that we entered into right away. And, you know, besides all the stuff that are happening in the world with this pandemic, you know, there's a lot of other things that we should take notice of right now, especially now that we're all alert to how crazy things have been in the world and who's in charge, what should be done, what shouldn't be done. So, you know, check this song out. Let us know what you think. And also, I want to give a quick shout out to my uncle in Italy who passed away from COVID-19 last week. This one's for you. Cool. Days filled with laughter. Now it's a memory that's soon right past you. Although we were young and a little naive, now the difference remains. Nothing's the same, but that should seem natural to us, considering every generation puts up a fuss. We're living in a world where rules don't seem to heal, and depression seems like a normal thing to feel. With corruption, destruction, the stealing, the pollution, extinction is not the best solution. So many problems, I don't know where to start. No one seems to have a sensible heart. Where have all the good in people gone? I'm still standing here and I'm wondering if this planet can move on the right way without us. Maybe if we try to kill the egos, the money and the lies, it's all a facade. We could do better if we tried. This may be the last time. Everything around us seems to crumble to disaster. The edges of the cliff fall down like nothing ever mattered. I can't help but notice that we quit our dreams. What it seems now our faces bolt to one with no originality. How can we see if blurry eyes can't reach the colors of our soul? All the strength within peace. Mobile phone technology preoccupies my arms. So every time I'm with you, I forget who we are. Opinionated, I graduated the first class. Taught me my demons are now in her scabs. Questions completed off the top of my head. The words we read online just end up misread. Where have all the good in people gone? I'm still standing here and I'm wondering if this planet can move on the right way without us. And maybe if we try to kill the egos, the money and the lies, it's all a facade. We could do better if we tried. This may be the last time. Sun's coming in.
This world is corrupted. Not just the politicians, not just the corporations, the human race. Silencing ourselves. Chin down, eyes forward, tunnel vision engaged. Wake up. Why can't you just wake up? Diluting perspectives, silencing our opinions. Do better today than we did yesterday. I believe in you. Take that first step. See a future you can be proud of. You are the heroes. Believe in yourselves and step out of your virtual playlands, your dream worlds. We could be doing so much better. We could be doing so much better, and yet we choose. We choose to stay in one place instead of taking a chance, sharing our perspectives, our beliefs, our voices. Wake up. Do better. Wake up.
This may be the last time. This may be the last time. Thank you guys so much. Enjoy the rest of the stream, and you guys be safe out there. We love you, and we'll be back out playing shows sooner than you think.
Keep doing your meditations. It's important. Day and night time.
And if you want any meditation lessons, hit up this guy.
You don't need lessons. It's in the safe, guys. But if you want any tips,
If you need a
feel
pep
free to
talk,
reach out.
a pep talk or something.
I got you. We can do assisted meditations together.
Look, the sun came out.
Bye.
And we are recording, I believe. Yep. Okay, cool. So, you know what? Before we do this, because I'm awkward. Alright, so my name is Brie, and today on Long Island Sound.love, we are going to interview Scatterbrained about their upcoming stay-at-home fest with STATTFEST. So, hey guys, how you guys doing? How you guys holding up during everything that's going on right now?
We're good. How are you?
I'm pretty great, trying to keep a level mind with all the chaos that's been happening, trying to, you know, readjust my schedule based off of everything that's, you know, now different from my normal schedule.
Right.
Yeah, break the
Same.
norm, right?
Same. My sleep schedule's all over the place. I'm more of a night owl now.
I don't know what time is anymore.
Oh God, I don't know what sleep is anymore. I think I slept the first time longer than an hour last night. That was fun.
Oh my God. I'm the exact opposite spectrum. Sleeping like 14 hours a day.
Catching up on all that beauty sleep.
I mean, listen, it works. We all find a way to work it out, I guess. So previously, we talked to you guys back in like May of 2019 about your music with Scatterbrained and what you guys provide for people. And I just wanted to highlight and touch base back on something that you guys had mentioned previously with us that kind of resonated very hard with me. You guys had said something along the lines that the music that you create was so that it could provide the listeners that you have with reassurance that they are not isolated and that you guys are sympathetic and that there are like-minded people that are there for them. Now, during this time where we are isolated and we are quarantined and we are so by ourselves, is there anything that you would want to elaborate on that has kind of rung true even more now, so that we are isolated by ourselves and isolated with our own minds?
Absolutely. A lot of the music that we create and a lot of the lyrics that we write stems from a place internally before all the COVID experiences and pandemics, where we would, at least for myself, my own experiences, I would always seclude myself internally and in the physical sense. And that's when, you know, you start becoming this self-defeatist mindset and you don't remember things that are just easy to forget because you're so caught up in your own thoughts. And now we're all being forced into seclusion. So it's also nice in this moment because in our music, we try to emphasize to remember in the bad times, there's positives too. There's always a little bit of light and darkness. Stars are always brighter at night. And it's the concept of take this sad time and turn it into a positive, find more out about yourself, go into those dark places in your head purposefully, as opposed to just hating on yourself and questioning it. Go deep into those trails of thoughts and come out more of yourself. You know, you find out where you're feeling these things, where they're coming from, what you can do about it, and you can become more of your true self in a way. At least that's what I find.
And fun fact, both of us live in basements with barely any windows. So we practice this isolation type of lifestyle very much so. And I radiate a lot with what he talks about with the stuff. So that's why we really decided to bring that to the forefront. And I'm sure there's a lot of other people, you know, not just in Long Island, but other places around the country that live in basements and probably deal with that same type of isolationalism where you just get so into this life where you're living in a basement with no windows, where it kind of, you go into that darkness of like accepting it or just, you know, you have no other choice or whatnot. And you try to get out as much as you can, but you always find yourself back into your little hole, so to speak, I guess you could say.
So just to touch base with what, as you said, was we like to let people know that they're not alone in some of these things that they're going through, thinking they are alone. And I can relate with that especially. It's just like, hear our words, we hear yours. Maybe you're not verbalizing it, but please know that you're not alone. You can always talk to somebody, or if you're always hating on something, just know that someone else is out there feeling the same exact thing that you're feeling. And we're always together in the psych, physical and spiritual sense.
In the site. Love it.
So you guys are talking a lot about like the mental processes kind of or at least touching base or alluding to how the isolation kind of gets to you in those senses and like being positive and finding the positive from the negative. So during this stressful time that seems to be throwing everybody's bodies off, all their mental states off. I know myself, I have been finding a challenge. My body's been treating me differently. I smell differently. I sleep differently. It's so interesting. So how are you guys overcoming this feeling of being overwhelmed during this time?
We all have our own things. I know for personally me, I've been doing a lot of meditation. It's funny because before the whole experience of quarantining, I have a very similar steps, a very similar sequence of things that I do for myself in the past that I do now, which is a lot of crystal therapy and a lot of meditation. And like I do it during the sunlight as well as during the moonlight. And it's just a great way for at least me, and I know a lot of other people out there that do it, meditating, trying to visualize as well as letting your brain go. Whether you believe there's a higher power telling you or something in your subconscious trying to come up and tell you, I find for me that also helps me in those dark times find positives, to put words to something that I'm not sure why I'm feeling it. Meditation really helps center your chakras, to help center your mind, help center your creative balance, everything that you might have questions for. If you don't have questions, me personally, I think meditation is a huge plus. Everyone should really be taking at least a half an hour a day to center themselves. And if they actually find they can go into a deep visualization process every other day.
For me, to be honest with you, the last year and a half, 2 years, I've been like in and out of like a slight depression, dealing with my own stuff, trying to figure out what I want to do job wise. I work a 9-to-5 job for an electrical company in an office. So like, and I'm not a morning person. I hate mornings. So to wake up early and then drive, I have to drive like 40 minutes usually out to work and then work there. And I'm usually tired by the time I come home, and I don't even want to like write music. And, I have my own studio. All of our stuff is recorded in my basement/room. And, I never really have enough energy to really want to put myself to just keep driving and doing something. But with all the stuff going on right now, and now with all this free time, it's actually it's very much for me like a silver lining or like a blessing in disguise now that I have all this free time, because my form of meditation has been just like spitting out ideas of music that now I have all the time in the world to do now. And I didn't really have that time before. And I'm sure for a lot of other people that also write music from home and do all that, now they have all the time in the world to do that. But for me, that's been my meditation. I've been writing, I think I wrote like 6 or 7 things so far, song-wise, on my computer, like everything, not just a one little diddle part or like a little piece, just completely out. And it's been really helpful to watch the time fly by and be like, all right, well, I'm still living in this basement and I don't even know what time it is outside. I have no windows. Oh, the sun's still out? I didn't know. Huh. Well, that's okay. Sunlight. Yeah, right? Vitamin D? What? So
A lot of that resonates with me as well.
yeah.
Especially the whole concept of these people when things were normal.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it's cool to see the change up that kind of just slaps people in the face right now, to see what makes them realize that about themselves or what they can go through. So yeah, I think writing right now, producing music, and just the production value of making songs have been keeping me excited and letting me know that, music is still like my sole purpose in life, to keep creating and not stop. So that's where I'm
so
at.
beautiful. Has your guys' process in writing music or like even meditation changed? Has it adapted towards like what's going on? Because now you can't go to your 9-to-5 job, I'm sure, and you are home more. So like, are those processes now implementing something else?
Well, music-wise, before I'll let him do meditation now, but music-wise, I'll tell you, like, before this whole thing, we've been already discussing what we're trying to do music-wise, genre-wise, and all that too. I mean, like, what kind of styles we're looking to pick. We're looking to get into a little bit of funk now. We're looking to get into a little bit of some more grungy, heavy stuff too, kind of like one of the singles we put out called Black Smoke, which is our most played song on Spotify. By the way, you can check us out on all those. The Amazonian people have our music. The Apple people have our music. All of them. The YouTubes, the Spotifizzles. And we're really trying to just kind of try different facets. We're only releasing singles, sometimes doubles, but never EPs or albums right now. We're really just trying to put things out there and see what happens. Because, now that we're in this new decade, you ask anybody out there, oh, what do you listen to? Oh, I listen to everything. Or I listen to everything except country, whatever it is, So it's better now to like appeal to the generations that are younger, that say they listen to everything, and really be like, yeah, what do you think about this? Or what do you think about that? And see where we go from there. And considering we're only a year old still, we're still trying to like push the boundaries on what it means to like be a multi-genre band and not just kind of put yourself into one little category.
Kind of the reason why we named ourselves Scatterbrained was
Yeah.
so that we can just be versatile, scattered
all over the place like that, you know. But if you look up scatterbrained on like a Google definition, it literally means just somebody who's lacking of concentration and they're super disorganized. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, that's kind of me. I guess you could say the lazy Taurus in me. But at the same time, I like to see it more as scatterbrained. Like my brain is in so many different places. Come join me in all these different locations it goes to and see which ones you like to go to.
Especially for the purpose of what's happening right now. Our writing process has definitely been affected because we're used to sitting in a room together.
Yeah.
Coming up with ideas, just spitballing, sitting for hours. And now here we are separated. This is the first time I've seen Andrew in a month.
So, yeah.
And so, you know, we try to talk on the phone and Zoom and whatever it is. It's not the same, you know, like being in a room with each other and like going hand in hand with meditation as well.
Feeling energies.
Feeding the exactly. Feeling the energy. Like, and I have a heightened sense for my energy. So like with the meditation stuff, especially just feeling things change in the universe and what's happening right now, I can definitely pick up on that. And not that maybe it'll affect me as who I am, but it definitely takes its toll and you have to make adjustments, whatever it is. For me, like I do use stones and crystals. So I do change alignments and everything like that as far as what I'm feeling in the universe. Or let's say we're talking on Zoom to create music, that trying to find new ways to induce creative thoughts. You know, it's different types of conversations as opposed to body language and sitting there and sitting on a computer, touching computers, the keyboard together, having to send stems back and forth. It's a learning experience, but we're also lucky because we're still in that cusp of the millennial generation where we're able to handle the technology and everything like that. So
absolutely,
it's a blessing in itself. I hope everybody can find a positive in what's ever happening right now, because there is going to be a lot of positives that come from this. It's going to be hard to see right now because it's happening
in the moment. Yeah.
But I think someone can always relate to, in the hardest times you go through, find yourself learning the most from those experiences down the line. You look back 2 years ago, wow, I actually learned a lot about myself or how to handle things now because of that. I think we're going to have a lot more mental strength moving forward.
To follow this whole theme of positivity that we've got going on here, I fucking love it. I love using crystals myself. I actually have some amethyst sitting around me right now. Literally, my two little, these are my favorite little raw babies. But yeah,
nice.
They're my little favorite guys.
I'm big with the quartz and amethyst.
Quartz and amethyst, right?
Yeah, those are my two big bugaboos. And then tiger's eye first. A little bit of good luck.
Ooh, tiger's eye is so pretty.
Yeah, beautiful.
All right, I could talk crystals for days.
I actually just started doing assisted therapy and crystal Reiki therapy right before this all happened, and I was like on a new level of path as far as finding myself out and like just a higher awareness of everything as far as the meditation side of things. So it was a little upsetting at first, but now I still do it. I talk to my therapist, my Reiki therapist over the phone, and we'll have a impromptu conversation beforehand. I'll go into another dimension for a couple hours and then I'll come back and we'll talk it out and just kind of like hash things out. It's great, actually. It helps me tremendously to have somebody to go back and forth with that can respect where I'm at, and it helps me understand the crystal side of things as well, and just what I'm feeling with my chakras as well as my mind.
Mm-hmm. To wrap this all up, I was wondering if you guys could I want each of us to share one positive that this quarantine and that what's going on right now has done for us, because I feel like there's so much negativity out there. I want people to see that there are the positive factors of being able to take a step back from the normalcy and the normal status quo of how life is supposed to go.
Well,
absolutely.
I mean, yeah, with music, of course, nonetheless, I think there's going to be a huge boom, first of all, with music, society. There's going to be a lot of more people who aren't going to take for granted leaving their house to go see people and go out these days after this is over. And a big one for me as an earth sign, I love the fact that Mother Nature is really healing right now. Mother Nature is really taking a nice, big, deep breath, and there's not a lot of pollution happening, and waters are starting to clear up in some places, and the pollution in the air on some of the radars you see. Like I said, I don't like to believe everything I see, but at the same time, it makes sense to know that, common sense to see there's not many cars out, so there's not many people causing a lot of fuel emissions out into the air, which is really good for the environment.
There were dolphins swimming in Italy's canals.
Yeah, in Venice.
The cleanest of water has been in 60 years.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's really cool, and it's just really good to know that, once give it another good couple of weeks from where we are now from when we started quarantining and everything. The air is going to be just that much more cleaner. And I'm already looking outside right now. I can see on the trees in my backyard, there's already leaves starting to bud. You can see bits of green already starting to come out. So it's good to know that, like, as we're going into the air being more purified now, Mother Nature's also coming alive as well in the typical spring season, as it should. So I don't think people should take that for granted, and you should go outside as much as possible now more than ever and just breathe,
I also think, as far as like just what I've been thinking about religiously, is also what's going to come from this. I found that, like, before all this happened, people were maybe becoming a little more recluse or not appreciating the things that were going on around them. So I feel like now people are going to be more inclined to be going out and seeing each other more. Yeah, literally. And so, like, the environment, Mother Earth actually responding, because I also believe the COVID experience is something connected with Mother Earth. I'm not going to get too deep into that, but it's kind of all the healing that's happening, a positive everybody could take from this, figuring themselves out, finding what makes them tick, appreciating each other when we actually can come back together. I think everyone's going to be a little more tech savvy as well, so it's also going to help change the way things happen. I feel like there's going to be a big change in business and the side of making money and just people figuring out what works best for them.
We really are going into a new age, though, with everything.
Absolutely.
I mean, I already have some of my friends joking around saying BC, we have BC and AD. They've got BC and AC now, before Corona, after Corona. And it's true, though. I think it's really going to be like that for a little while. So long as this is going to let up for the next couple of months, it's going to really, really hit people mentally, physically, spiritually on every level. And then once they're out of it, it's going to, like I said before, it's just going to be such a big boom. And I'm really excited for it. I just, I wish this would end sooner so that way we can enjoy summer, but who knows what it's going to be.
That's another beauty. People usually get seasonal depression. So right now, I mean, it kind of came at the best time. Everyone's like a little bit on the sadder side with winter. Now we all had a recluse. You got extreme sadness. But as it gets nicer, hopefully this all goes away. So you're going to get extreme happiness in the summer and springtime now.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, absolutely. My positive outcome from this entire thing is I'm a bit of a workaholic. I don't kind of stop. So I don't ever hit that pause button for myself. So doing this has been a big, like, taking a step back and being like, oh my God, I'm not going to work. So what am I doing with my time? And trying to find, like, different things to do to fulfill the little time allotments. And again, like, I get with the darkness and with seasons changing, like, my mood tends to change and whatnot, but like I've got some high ass fucking windows over here, and like there's so much light coming in my room, and it just creates this sense of happiness, and I really feel genuinely that I'm taking care of myself and my mind and my body more. I created this painting, like, so cool, so fun, so interesting, like, just trying to.
Let's say don't be a prick.
Don't be a prick.
It says don't be a prick. I love it. That's so cool.
Have you noticed that your diet's changed at all?
My diet?
Has your diet changed? Yeah.
Yeah, I've actually, like, I usually eat turkey, but now I've seen an increase in eating turkey, and also I have cut back on, like, caffeine intake, and, like, I've been drinking more of my favorite is honey vanilla chamomile, like, caffeine-free tea, some honey, doused in honey. So I see that, like, I'm drinking more water, and I'm, like, taking that intake more seriously.
No, I agree
awesome.
completely. That's kind of where I'm at as well. I've been doing a lot more water. Obviously, we're not going out to get food as much, so I'm doing a lot more home cooking. I like a very Mediterranean style. I do a lot of fish and a lot of vegetables, like a pescatarian diet. Pescatarian? No, I'm just kidding. And, just kind of like being more weary. Like, even like I'm a cigarette smoker. I smoke tobacco, but I don't even buy cigarettes anymore. Now I'm buying loose tobacco and rolling.
Where's your pipe at?
I got my.
He's got a little Gandalf pipe, and he's got a little bag of tobacco. Like, I went to Italy I went to Italy last April, and I went to go visit my family there, and they're in really bad shape, by the way, over there. My uncle passed away 5-6 days ago from this, which, we dedicated our last song in the stream that'll play after this. We dedicated our last song to him and all that, but we lost him 5-6 days ago. But anyway, everybody in Italy, everyone our age, they all just have a pipe and a bag of tobacco, and they just roll. They either roll their own joints or just pack their tobacco. Look, just like that. Amazing. It's I don't know what's healthier or not. I don't really smoke cigarettes, but
doing anything like that, anything in moderation, I believe truly is okay, as long as you're weary of your own personal health and you're not overdoing anything. Obviously, cigarette smoking isn't I'm not an advocate for everyone doing it, but
not 1% of usage of heroin is acceptable though, or meth, or speed, or those things. Those things never, ever, ever, not even 0.1%. Okay.
Whatever works for you. Whatever works for you. We have different sides of things. I'm not saying go do it, but if it makes you happy, God bless you.
We don't do that. Scatterbrain doesn't do that.
No,
We
I'm
don't
not saying I
vouch
do
for
that. I smoke through the back. That's it.
It's the best.
So on that note, I'm going to close out the interview, and I'm going to thank you guys for interviewing with me today, and it was such a pleasure, and I really hope that you guys are safe, happy, and healthy through all of this.
We
Thank
wish you
you.
the same, as well as everyone watching.
Yes.
We all hope that you pull a positive out of this as well. God bless you.
Guys.
Well.
Thank you guys so much, and we hope you enjoy our performance. Thank you.